That must be the gong. What that means is it's time. Welcome back to another Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy NFL Sunday. It's week 2 of football and comic books. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you joining me today. Razor Comics, co-hosted by Chris the Comic Vet. And today, we got scores and stories, a lot of highlights, top updates in the league, and also comic book news. That's right. We're going to get into some comic book talk. We're going to start off the show with football. I'm going to give you some scores. We're going to give you some stories, and then we're going to get into some comic book talk. Chris's picks of the week. If you're not sure about what you want to pick up at your local comic book shop, if you're not sure about what to read, well, my guy is going to give you his picks of the week. That way you know what to pick up the next time you're at your local comic book shop. Also, if you're a flipper or just like a sick cover, bro, then I got you covered. I got my own pick of the week, but we also have Lisa Noble, certified approved. You're only get it here, guys, at Razor Comics. Lisa Noble, a member of the comic community, a beautiful member of the comic community, has decided to give me her pick of the week. If you guys know who Lisa Noble is, follow on Instagram, Lily NYC on the Insta. Give her a follow. She sent me her pick of the week. You're not going to believe what the cover is this week. I couldn't believe it. And if you trend and you want to flip something, then I would look closely at what she has to offer you this week. So, guys, I have Chris, the comic vet, ready to get the show started backstage. So let's get the show on the road. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Let's go, Dan. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Chris, the comic vet. What to do, my guy?
Happy Ceasefire Sunday to you, sir.
Happy Ceasefire Sunday. Hang on, I got something for you. Got to load it up. That's intense applause. That's called intense applause. That's what that calls. So, not just a regular applause. It was very intense because we had an intense weekend.
Yeah, it's been an intense week as a Bills fan, so I appreciate that.
And you know what? I have to eat my crow, man, as they say, because I sent you a little screenshot of what I thought would be an upset of the week, which would be the Jets overtaking the Bills. And I thought the Jets would at least give them a close game, but it turned out that that's not the case. 30 burger. They dropped the 30 spot on them, and it was it was surgical. So congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you, Ray. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. Let's be honest, 30 points. Everyone was coughing at the Bills defense because the Bills had a legendary all-timer against the Baltimore Ravens last weekend after we did our show. And the defense was dominant today against the Jets. It just really shows the separation between the two franchises within the AFC East. And just to put it in perspective, 30 points the Bills put up on them until garbage time. Then it was 33 till garbage time. Josh Allen basically only threw for 150 yards. Like, it was that kind of game. Yeah. Like, that kind of game.
Right. He didn't have a great game percentage-wise, especially when you keep the pass completions. But, I mean, when you can figure out how to run the ball, you figure out how to way to get the job done, and that's what they do, man. They just figure out a way how to get the job done.
This is the thing. Allen had a decent rushing game, but James Cook was dominant. So for those who have James Cook, if they took some action or if they took James Cook in fantasy, you are a happy person today. Let's be honest. You're a happy person. Multiple touchdowns. I believe he had a pair of touchdowns. It was that he was basically all the Bills offense. And the Bills defense was clicking on all cylinders. Justin Fields shows why that he's now on to his third different NFL team. That wasn't very accurate. He was hanging a lot of receivers out to dry kind of thing. And the Bills were blitzing from the corners and got to him multiple times. When your corners are blitzing and are successful, that just goes to show how weak your offensive line really is, especially in today's day and age with this NFL that we see nowadays, where if you own the trenches, you're going to own the game.
Yeah. So, and you made an excellent point there. James Cook, definitely worth that hold in I guess what they call it now. No more hold out, hold in.
Right.
Paid the man. So the man got his money.
Yep.
And guys, guess what? We got a quick update on the Eagles-Chiefs games. Ladies and gentlemen, quick update for you. We got to play the touchdown, Trotter, because that's what we got going on, guys.
Touchdown, Trotter, touchdown.
Quick update. We got a Kansas City touchdown. Kansas City touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. Patrick Mahomes nails a strike. An absolute strike, guys. I got a little feedback right now. I'm pulling it up here. Give me 1 sec. Holy. I'm just watching the replay now. That is a touchdown. They're playing the replay. It looks like he holds possession of the ball, comes down with it. Yeah, we have a strike. That is a touchdown. It is confirmed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for stopping by. This is Football and Comic Books. Ceasefire Sunday. All are welcome. All are welcome.
All are welcome. All are welcome.
And we have some early action early on, or late on in the game, early in our show. Patrick Mahomes has dropped a dime for a touchdown, guys. So thanks for joining us. We're going to get into some housekeeping, and then we're going to get right into some scores because, as you can see, we got a packed show going on today. We got some beautiful people hanging by. So thank you, Luis. Collector P, my guy, what it do? I missed you this weekend. We tried to link up at the warehouse sale. Samurai Comics had a short box for $100. And I tried to make it out there. Funny story. I plug in the address to the warehouse, and it looks like it was I had a 9-10 minute drive, so I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Wow, it dropped me off at an apartment complex, and I was looking around like, wait a minute, I was here before. This doesn't look like a warehouse. I went to the wrong address, so the Waymo doesn't actually go out to where the warehouse was at. So I had to turn around, come home. I was bummed out about it. But I hope you had a good time, Collector P, and I hope you grabbed some great deals out there, man. Maybe I'll see you out there next time. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into some scores and some stories. So let's get right into it. Let me put my peepers on, and let's get you updated for the for scores for the early morning games. We're going to get everybody updated, and we'll talk about a couple stories that happened throughout the league, some injury reports. We had an early scare, or rather, I should say the Bills had an early scare where it looked like Josh Allen might have broke his nose, Chris.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that was not the case. He might have just been doing a little bit too heavy partying early on from that last victory. You know what I'm saying?
Celebrating how great life is for him. Yeah.
So let's get into some scores for you guys. Get everybody updated for today's morning games. Here we go. That sound is the buzzer. That means it's time to get into some final scores, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. We're going to get into some updates for you, and let's get you updated here, guys. First game of the week here, we got Jaguars and Bengals. NFL Week 2, 27-31. Your top scorers here, Trevor Lawrence, 271 passing yards. You got Browning, who stepped in 21 for 32, 2 touchdowns, did a magnificent job filling in for hurt Joe Burrow. Not sure what's going on with the toe. We'll talk about that here a little bit later. But we also have some pretty big wide receivers that came in clutch over the weekend, Chris. Some veteran wide receivers, some wide receivers who had some big fantasy numbers. We're looking at one here today, Jamar Chase, 14 receivers, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you expect from a guy that's kind of a household name outside of his own playing district. Jamar Chase is someone, when it comes to fantasy, is someone that you would take top 3, top 5 in a brand new league if you're picking early. That's incredible numbers from an incredible player. But we'll talk about Joe a little bit later and how that's going to affect everything in the world of the Cincinnati Bengals. And this score with a backup quarterback at the helm for a good portion of the game. Let's be honest, like you just talked about how many times that Browning was throwing the ball. That's an incredible amount of throws. It just goes to show I don't think the Jaguars are yet for real.
Despite the 3 interceptions, did you have 2 touchdowns, 21 for 32?
Yeah.
Looked pretty good, especially in the red zone.
Yeah.
Next game up, Bears and Lions, 21-52. This was even close, ladies and gentlemen. This was a good old ass whooping. Jared Goff dropped 334 yards, 5 touchdowns, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 touchdowns. St. Brown, ladies and gentlemen, 115 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns on that end. Unbelievable show of force for the Detroit Lions. I talked shit about them last week. I thought they were done. I was ready to pretty much just burn them at the stake, finish their season. But no, my friends, the turns have tabled, as they say. And this show of offense, of air power, was amazing. I'll be honest with you, I switched the game because it was just too much of an ass whipping. There was nothing happening that was gonna look good. That game was amazing, bro. 52-21, man. Unbelievable. What do you got to say on that game, Chris?
It just goes to show. Again, like you and I have talked a couple times, I believe Amon-Ra St. Brown is a generational special receiver. I think he makes Jared Goff look incredible. When you have Megatron's sequel out there and you just let it go somewhere out there, St. Brown is going to help me out, is what Goff is thinking when he's under pressure. He wasn't even under pressure today. The Bears are not there yet. Now, like maybe week 6, week 7, week 8, Ray, you and I could stop for a second, take a look back. Maybe this is a blip on the radar or whatever. But the Bears have some pieces. And Romaduze right there, I think, is a very, very excellent young second-year receiver. But we'll see where it goes forward. The Lions just showed, like, hey, you guys think because we lost our OC and our DC that somehow we're not going to be a powerhouse like what we were last year? They just woke up the Lions and put the Bear to sleep.
And your Super Bowl pick is looking nice right now.
Yeah.
If we're talking about a Bills-Lions Super Bowl, they better have that over and under around 80 points, man. We're looking at a shootout of the Super Bowl.
Yep, 79.5.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Next game up, let's keep it rolling, ladies and gentlemen. After the Bears and Lions, we have, keep it coming, Rams and Titans, 33-19. I do admit Rams did look impressive here in this victory. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 23 for 33. Cam Ward was missing some rather easy throws. He looked like a rookie, 19 for 33, and a touchdown for 175. Outside this, there wasn't really a whole lot of excitement in this game other than just watching Cam Ward struggle. Next game up, final score on the Dolphins-Patriots, 33-27. This ended up being a shootout. Coming down to the very end of the game where the Patriots looked like they were going to seal it, but nope. Dolphins come through with a big win, man. Tua, 315 yards despite throwing away interception late in the game that looked like it might have sealed it, but no.
Yeah.
Eric May, 230 yards, 15 for 23, 2 touchdowns. The kid's looking good out there. Tyreek Hill, 6 receptions, 109 yards despite the drama for the mama. The guys came out and worked it out. They had a team meeting, those team-only meetings, where they got together and they broed it out, man. They gave it the old ceasefire Sunday hug and broed it out. So very good game for the and this was another one of those thrilling rivalry games that came down to the end. High scoring Dolphins Patriots game, man. Another great game.
Yeah. Again, AFC divisional opponents. The very important game, like every divisional game for every team. They're always circled on the schedule. But again, I think Dolphins kind of won in spite of themselves here. Tua did not make it easy for them. And again, I firmly believe the Dolphins are one of those teams that have all the pieces around that could be a dominant force for the entire season, but somewhere along the line, they just don't click. And I am a firm believer that Thursday night, if the Bills spank the Dolphins, that good old Mikey's job is going to be in jeopardy by week 6.
Yeah, I'm going to be a wait and see on the Dolphins, to be honest with you. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Next game up, 49ers and Saints, 26-21. Another close game, and this is one of those games that put me over the 40-point marker, what I needed to make myself a happy man for the over and unders, and we had a great game here. I'll be honest with you. I was impressed by the play of Spencer Rattler at quarterback, 25 for 34, 3 touchdowns, 207 yards, real surgical. I also see some good play from Kamara on the ground. But this was a reminder that the 49ers, ladies and gentlemen, they're still in it. They're not going anywhere. They just have they're figuring it out, and they pulled away a good victory on the road against a Saints team that looks like they're ready to play.
Again, like before you and I decided to move forward with this program for this season, if you would have said to me, "Hey, Chris, week 2, Mac Jones is going to be starting for the Niners, and they're going to win," I would have been like, "I don't want nothing to do with anything concerning you or Razor Comics. I'm done. That's nothing." Because I watched Mac Jones replace Tom Brady as a Bills fan and just belly flop hard. But let's be honest, both quarterbacks were very good, very good. I just simply think the Niners outcoached the Saints. Both teams still have a very long way to go, But it's going to be interesting for the Niners.
Yeah, another wait and see. Next game up after the Niners and Saints. Niners put away that victory. We have the final score on the Bills and Jets. Again, not even a close game. 30-10, a little bit more of a whooping than it looks, guys. It's Josh Allen on the ground was 14 for 25, 148 yards. Not a really big day throwing the ball. Missed a couple throws. He was under pressure, but they got it done at the running game. James Cook, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns. So the Bills, I know you're a happy man. I'll let you take away. They looked good. And this was not my upset of the week. It did not work out. So congratulations.
The Bills looked good again. As someone that obviously spends a lot of time watching the AFC East, there's still a wide chasm between the Bills and the Jets at this point. Until something happens to the Bills will own the AFC East. I'm not saying that as a Bills fan. That this is just fact. The 3 other teams are just not stacked the same way, or they don't have the cohesiveness within the franchise to get it done. I know that Ray has Tyrod Taylor listed there, but it was Justin Fields in there for the majority of the game till he got hurt in the 4th. When Justin Fields got hurt, the total yards for the franchise was barely at 100 yards, and that was in the middle of the 4th quarter. Tyrod Taylor came in garbage time. The Bills had majority of their starters safely off the field, and that's when they managed to get a touchdown and get it to 10 points to kind of make it look somewhat respectable.
Right.
But it is a bitch slapping as hard as what other teams did this weekend without Josh Allen really trying. And by tomorrow, I think Josh Allen's going to have to wear a little bit of cover up if he wants to take a pretty picture. But he's a football player, and I believe he's only gone for 3 series. Trubisky stepped in and moved the team down the field beautifully. Other than that, it's on to Miami Thursday night.
Right, and this will help for the next home game. I'm not sure what the next home game is for the Bills, but this is going to help those fans stay for the entirety of the game. Even if you're down a couple touchdowns and you still got 10 minutes left in the 4th, you might want to stick around because these Bills look like they can come back and put some points on the board. Yeah. Don't mean to talk some shit, but come on, man. Well, I got a hot take for you on that, but I love you, but I had to hit you with that. I mean, the fan, they said something like 25,000 fans filed out, and they're trying to get back in. Let me tell you something. Okay, I'm a Raider fan, right? And if you're lucky enough to go a Raider fan, most fans, Raider fans, that is, not these fans that fly in from out of town, real Raider fans, if we're losing as a blowout, bro, we're staying it doesn't matter if we got to work the next day. It's a party. We had to pay for those. We're not going anywhere.
So you can clip this. It wasn't American Bills fans that were leaving last Sunday night. It was Canadian Bills fans that were leaving because they heard somewhere that the border was closing. So they were like, oh no, we got to get back to Canada. I work tomorrow. The babysitter's got to get paid. All this stuff. It was 11:30 at night, and the Bills were down by 15 points with 4 minutes left until Derrick Henry got stripped. He didn't fumble. He
Oh,
got
no,
stripped by Ed Oliver, pardon me, who didn't play in today's Jets game. And after that, the momentum changed, and yeah, the winds were singing "Go Bills," and they they brought in Matt Prater from the seniors home and showed him who's boss. And by the way, Matt Prater was dominant again today. Never missed. I believe he had every point after, and I believe he had two big long kicks, including one that was well beyond 50.
Nice.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry might have a little bit of a hangover from last week, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, good win, man. Congratulations. 30-10, Bills over the Jets, and a fine win. Congratulations, man. Next game up, we got Seahawks Steelers, 31-17. Another just blowout. We had a couple blowouts this weekend. Seahawks over Steelers was one of them. Great game. Sam Darnold is looking good, man. Despite the 2 interceptions, 22 for 33, 2 touchdowns, almost got 300 yards. Aaron Rodgers, oh man, Aaron looks good at sometimes. Sometimes he does it. Kind of struggled at some points, but still managed 203 yards and a touchdown and 2 interceptions. Yeah, good game. Next game up, we have Browns and Ravens, 17-41. Now, I'll be honest with you. I did not think the Browns were going to get their ass whooped, just because that these games, despite who's playing or what the records, always end up being a more close, a more competitive game than what we had. But Lamar Jackson was just on fire, bro. Again, one of those low yardage where he was just surgical. Didn't have a great completion percentage, but still had 4 touchdowns in the air for 225 yards. Managed to pull off a big victory with a lot of points. You would figure that Derrick Henry had a big play in this victory, but quite the contrary. No, a little bit of hangover from the last game with only 23 yards off 11 carries.
Yeah, and Roquan Smith with the pick 6 from Joe Flacco. Baltimore's defense was putting points up on the board as well. I expected this to be significantly closer. Again, big divisional game. Cleveland's defense last week was really good against the Bengals. Even though the Bengals managed to get past them, I kind of thought maybe this would be 21-17, but certainly not 41-17. But yeah, watch out for Derrick Henry next week. Watch out.
Yeah, and thank you for stopping by, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you. While you're here, smash the like button. All are welcome. It's Ceasefire Sunday, football and comic books, and we thank you for stopping by and hanging out with myself and Chris, the comic vet. While you're here, smash the like. We appreciate you. And again, thank you for stopping by. All are welcome. All are welcome.
All are welcome. All are welcome.
Let's keep it rolling with our next game up. 17-41. My Brownies. That's I would say my second favorite team. Only because I visited Canton, Ohio Hall of Fame, and I have fond memories of a 12-year-old visiting Canton. So I have some much love for the Dog Pound. Unfortunately, you guys got your asses whooped this weekend, so I will not claim you as my second favorite team, and nor will I claim the Cowboys as my second favorite team ever. But they managed to pull out a win in overtime, guys. 37-40. Actually ended up being a great game. Giants and Cowboys. Amazing aerial display. It looked like we're looking at the 2 greatest teams on turf here when it came to throwing the ball. Russell Wilson, after being buried by the media, absolutely buried, where they're ready to move on to a young dart, and they said, no, we're going to keep him in there. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't think it was Russell Wilson's fault last week why they lost. There just wasn't any separation from the running backs and wide receivers, and they just didn't get the job done as a team. But this week, Russell Wilson just quieted the naysayers for 30 for 41, guys. 3 touchdowns, an interception. But check this out. 450 big ones. But Dak Prescott, God damn it, Dak, was no slouch, man. He flung it for 52 times, 38 completions, 2 touchdowns, interception for 361. And after going back and forth, and the last quarter of overtime, Cowboys kicked the field goal, 40-37, and it's over.
Brandon Aubrey, the Dallas Cowboys kicker, is excellent. He beyond 60 to tie it, and then again with the game-winning field goal. But I'm with you. Last week I was Russell Wilson. Like, I know you said you don't think it was his fault, but I was like, he's done. It's over. He's on to his what, fourth team in 4 or 5 years. He is done, but he cranked out an incredible deep ball. Like Neighbors again, Neighbors is looking like a generational talent. But Russell Wilson, 450 yards. Like, this is CFL numbers here, man. That is incredible. And I get that he had a pick, but it wasn't bad. But again, I don't think these franchises are good enough to make the playoffs this year. But again, divisional game, it means a lot. And the Cowboys pulled it off. Shout out to Derek. Glad to see you.
Yeah, thanks, Derek. Appreciate you stopping by, brother. Thank you for the info on the games, man, as well. Yes, 37-40. It was actually a good game, man. I wasn't expecting this. I'll be honest with you guys. I was expecting a low-scoring game, kind of like a fumbling through the game, and maybe 20-14, maybe 20-17, something like that. But that's not what we got. We got a great game, and I'm not going to say that the boys are back, but God damn it, man, Jerry Jones, right?
Again, this is the Giants we're talking about. Like, again, Daboll's one of those. I think by week 6, he might be unemployed. But all things considering, this is the kind of game that you'd love to be there because it's entertaining as hell.
Yeah, man, what a crazy game. So congratulations, Cowboy fans. I know you were hurting from last week, but you look good this week, man. So maybe Jerry Jones isn't so crazy that we thought so after all. So those are your scores. Thank you for stopping by. Those are the scores and updates. We're going to keep it rolling. We have a couple of people here that are in the chat, and we want to shout them out because I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your day to hang out here with us. So we have Luis Mendoza hanging out in the chat. What to do, my guy? We got Derek Neiman. Always welcome around here. Thank you, sir. Comics Embrace CE. What to do? And, of course, we had Collector P, who was here earlier. Fallow State 48. Arizona family in the building, guys. Thank you. Appreciate you stopping by. This is Ceasefire Sunday Football and Comic Books. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, people. Welcome to the show.
Okay, Chris, I want to get into a couple of stories with you, man, while I have you here. Joe Burrow injures his knee. Jake Browning comes in. He looks good. I'm not sure what the update is on the toe, not the knee. I don't know if this is going to be like a turf toe type incident, but they said it was his toe. I originally thought it was his ankle. But the news report says his toe didn't look good. It might be out at least a week or two. Do you think they're going to be okay underneath the helm of Jake Browning from what you saw?
No.
Thank you. Next topic up.
Just in a side note, just to step away, we will come back to this because Ray and I talked about that. This is a big talking point for today. The Chiefs lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. The Chiefs are now 0-2. On their season. This is the first time in Patrick Mahomes' professional career, going back to Texas Tech, that he's actually lost 3 games in a row because the last game he played last season was the Super Bowl where the Philadelphia Eagles showed him who's boss. Ray, I touched a little bit backstage, but I'll say the same thing against everyone that's watching. The Cincinnati Bengals have some incredible talent on that team. And they paid all those players an exceptional amount of money. To me, a franchise needs to have incredible talent in the trench offensively and in the trench defensively. And the Cincinnati Bengals do not have that offensively. Joe Burrow often runs for his life. He got sacked really hard in the preseason when they decided to play him. And here we are today, week 2, him getting carried out by not one, but 2 men all the way to the change room. It's not like he was hobbling with one guy. 2 men carried him all the way to the change room. They may say it's a toe. I think they're kind of deflecting. I think Joe Burrow might be gone 3 to 4 or 5 weeks. And if he is, I get that Browning last year when Joe Burrow went down played well. I'm sorry, but this team has been figured out already. And this is not good. If this is not the team you want to lose your superstar quarterback with. Like what do you think, Ray?
Yeah, no, I think Jake Browning looked pretty good. I think that he's enough to carry him depending on how long that we have Joe Burrow out for. If Joe Burrow is going to be out for the season, hopefully not. It doesn't look like it's going to be that bad. But if he's out for a majority of the season, then Jake Browning is not the guy. If it's going to be a couple of weeks, 2 to 4 weeks, I think Jake Browning can manage to take him around 500, which is enough. If they can split, the next 4 games, if he's out 2 to 4, go 500, that's enough where Joe Burrow could come in and they can make up some room then at that point. But yeah, I think it just depends on how long that Burrow's out for. If he's going to be out for an extended time, then no. Short period for more manageable, you can go 500 with Jake Browning. Then yes, I think that's going to be the guy that they can get him through in the short term. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have an update. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, just to touch on this, for those that are watching, the next 3 opponents are the Minnesota Vikings, the Denver Broncos, and then the Detroit Lions for the Cincinnati Bengals. They need Burrow back. Again, Browning seems like a very quality quarterback, but he's not Joe Burrow. And You're going up against 3 excellent teams, and the Denver Broncos and their defense is something to be aware of. And
the hell with the Broncos, they can get it. All right, guys, let's give you an update. Chiefs, Eagles just finished 20-17. The Eagles. This was supposed to be billed as America's Game of the Week, right? We had a rematch of the Super Bowl. That's what this was billed under. Wow, guys. Eagles pulled away again, as Chris alluded to earlier. Chiefs losing back-to-back games. Patrick Mahomes losing 3 games in a row for the first time ever. Was that right, Chris?
In his professional career, yep.
His professional career, guys. This is the first time he's been 0-3 going back to the Super Bowl of last year. Yep. 20-17, and the Eagles get it done despite Jalen Hurts only throwing for 101 yards. Again, it seems like the Eagles don't need to throw the ball for a lot of yardage for them to win these close games. Jalen Hurts barely got over 100 yards, no touchdowns in the air, and ended up winning 20-17. Of course, he got one on the ground with his tush push. Yeah. But yeah, guys, the Chiefs are now in the bottom of the AFC West, and if the Raiders win tomorrow, guess who's going? Guess who will be at the top? Yeah, baby, this is going to be a good year, man. I can't wait. Good stuff. We got another update here. Jadavian Clowney joining the Cowboys. Jerry Jones opens up the pocketbook and brings in Jadavian Clowney. Now, if you guys wonder what happened to Jadavian Clowney, good question. He was released, and then they picked him up. So I do believe the last team that he played for. Let me pull it up here.
The Raiders?
Jadavian Clowney played for the Panthers, I do believe. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Panthers. He was released on May 8th. In 11 seasons, he had 58 sacks and 139 quarterbacks hits. So he's been released, a former first-round pick, and now he is with the Cowboys. So it looks like Jerry Jones is not done making moves yet, as he picks up Jadavian Clowney joining the Cowboys. Yeah, so there you go. Dolphins are not planning on trading Tyreek Hill, sources say, Chris. And from my sources that I've read on, which are basically Adam Schefter, who I follow.
Yep.
Adam Schefter, he's saying that nobody had any interest at all in trading for Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is an amazing wide receiver, guys. And despite the price tag on this guy, the talent to me is worth at least a late. I mean, nobody even offered a 6th-round pick or, something like, I mean, it's to me, it's worth that gamble, even if for the high price tag. But I guess the word on the block is just he's too much drama to handle.
I wonder, Ray, if his personal life is kind of catching up with him. I don't want to get into the specifics of his personal life. If you follow the Miami Dolphins, or if you know anything about football, you know what's going on with Tyreek, and he's got a great catching game. His pullout game is not so good. I'm just saying, like, his personal life may have caught up with him a little bit here. But again, he has a very heavy contract, and you're exactly right that Shefty said that no one was interested. But remember, with the NFL, trades in the middle of the season are very rare. They don't happen all that often. And at this point in the season, very early, most teams are close to the cap anyway, so they may not have the cap space to make a trade for the potential Hall of Famer. Let's be honest, Tyreek Hill is a Hall of Fame candidate. If he does well for the next 3 or 4 seasons, puts up some incredible yards, he has a legit shot because he has that ring with Kansas City. But yeah, as you alluded to earlier, Tyreek Hill did have a pretty good day today. He had a pretty good day today, but it's the first time in a very long time. I believe last season he never had one game where he had more than a 30-yard receiving touchdown.
Right. Yeah, I look good, man. And thank you, man, for stopping by. I see you. I appreciate you. Love you, buddy. Thank you so much. Derek Neiman has a hot take. Burrow going down will save Zach Taylor's job because now he can deflect blame to the quarterback situation.
Derek, this is a fantastic take. You may change that hot take to fantastic take. The only thing that may turn this around, and if they do pull the trigger, is he had a hand in putting together that O-line that has cost Joe Burrow how many injuries at this point now?
Exactly. So that was an explosive hot take. Thank you, Derek. Hot take. Madam, we appreciate you. I love you, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thank you for stopping by. I hope your day is well on a Sunday. I'm sure you're hanging out on the balcony. Nice and warm day in Phoenix, Arizona. So thank you. Appreciate you, buddy. Our next topic up here, Amon St. Brown. This is one of the things that we were talking about behind stage. You are very high on this young man. I'll be honest with you. I'm not as high on him as you are. You're saying that he's a generational wide receiver? Is that your hot take? What makes you think that Amon St. Brown is the next generation? Would you take him number one out of all the wide receivers now?
Of all the receivers right now, it would either be Amon-Ra St. Brown or Jamar Chase. And of the two, these are the two when it comes to building a franchise. And I had to start at wide receiver. I like Amon-Ra St. Brown a little bit better. I just think he is a tough football player, and I've seen him go down and struggle to get back up and back out there for the next series. That's the kind of thing that I respect as a football player. Now, with that being said, I haven't spent the same amount of time watching Jamar Chase as I have with Amon-Ra St. Brown, but I do not believe that Jared Goff is a superstar quarterback. I think he is a good quarterback in an excellent program, and this man makes Jared Goff look great. If he had been drafted by the Bills or the Chiefs or some sort of gunslinging accurate quarterback, like he would be on every damn commercial inside the United States, so much so that you'd be changing the channel. You'd be seeing his damn face on the next channel too. I think he's that good. And Detroit has had a history of very good receivers, with Calvin being the greatest of all of them, in my opinion. Megatron made Matt Stafford into a Detroit legend. But Amon-Ra St. Brown doesn't have that height, but he has the hands. And to me, that's very important. And he's just a fantastic runner. I would love to have him on the Bills, but I'm so happy he's not in the AFC because we have Tyreek Hill to deal with. So I'm glad that him is out in the NFC. Yeah, I really like him, as you know, and it's no big secret. But yeah, I think depending on the day, him or Jamar Chase, best wide receivers in the NFL. The only difference is Jamar Chase has a superstar quarterback with a bad toe right now.
Yeah. Jamar Chase had a great day, 165 yards.
Yeah.
Only I think Malik Neighbors had a bigger day. Derrick Henry, man, the fantasy flop of the week. if you're a fantasy guy and you have been rocking with Derrick Henry, probably picked him up as your first running back. This week he had 13 yards, something crazy. Um, are you going to continue to start Derrick Henry? Let's see who the Ravens are playing next week, and let's take a look to see if you think. Obviously, you are, but you have to be disappointed with Derrick Henry. He had a big week last week outside the fumble, and then this week they don't get it going on the ground. Is it just a good defense that stopped him today, or is there something more that's going on with Derrick Henry?
I don't know. All those questions are absolutely legitimate. He ripped apart the Bills. He made the Bills look like a high school defense every time he touched the ball, until Ed Oliver did the strip and change the momentum of the game. But he was I believe he had over 160 yards running last week against the Bills, and this week, for perspective, against the Cleveland Browns, just 23 yards.
23.
Now, if somehow Derrick Henry was hurt, it would be national news the same way that Joe Burrow is. I just don't know if they just decided just to put him in neutral or keep him off the field because the Ravens kind of got up early against the Browns, who do have a very good defense. They just don't have the offense that's the same caliber at this point in the season. Things may change, as you know, Ray. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I'm taking a look. Do you happen to have who their next opponents are?
We got the Lions up next.
They have the Lions up next.
He's going to need to get a lot more than 11 touches next week against the Lions, man.
Yeah,
I know he only had 11 touches, and that's going to be a contributing factor to him not having a big game. But still, with 11 touches, you manage him to do something in there. Next week when they play Lions on Monday Night Football at home, that's going to be a big game.
Yeah, that's
big game.
That's a sexy game for Monday Night Football. Yeah. And again, the Bills put up a lot of offense against the Ravens as well. So you can expect the same thing kind of from the Lions. So they're going to need Henry to push well over 100 yards to be successful against the Lions. So we'll see how that one turns out. But man, Ray, that sounds like an incredible game to be.
Yeah,
I'm already getting excited for next week.
Right, that's going to be a big game for both teams, man. Hopefully, Derrick Henry can get the train back on the tracks, as they say. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to get into some comic book talk. The show is football and comic books and football. Thank you for stopping by. Ceasefire Sunday. I'm Razor Comics. This guy over here is Chris the Comic Vet. We are enjoying our Sunday. And one thing that we forgot to do at the beginning of the show, and I'm a little embarrassed to say it, is we forgot our housekeeping. So before we get into our comic book talk, let's just cover a little bit of housekeeping first. We got to sweep the corners, as they say, and then we'll get straight into some comic book talk, guys. But first, good old housekeeping. You know you love it. Let's play it.
Housekeeping?
No, thank you. Sleeping.
Housekeeping? You want me to jerk you off?
Yes. Oh, wait, hang on. Sorry. Thank you to the gurus, the channel members, $2.99 a month, Cheap Comic Collector, Derek Neiman, Lisa Noble, and others. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Head Cutter. Hi, Mom. Thank you guys for being part of the team, the gurus. I really do appreciate it. Chris, the Comic Vet, is this gentleman that's helping me out here. He helps me with the show. Please do me a favor. If you haven't subscribed to him, please give him a follow. He does a show on Wednesdays called what, Chris?
Show Us What You Got.
Show Us What You Got. What time is that show on Wednesdays?
It's 7 p.m. EST. It's a live New Comic Book Day hangout, which is an open invitation for everyone that participates in New Comic Book Day to come on, show their books, have a little bit of laughs, and then go enjoy the rest of your night.
There you go. It's a good time. Even if you don't participate in New Comic Book Day like myself, I am somebody who likes to live vicariously through Chris and others. I enjoy the North or South, and it's fun to see what everybody else is collecting. So even if you don't collect or get into New Comic Book Day and you want to watch to see what everybody else has, I recommend it. It's a fun show.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. There's an event that happens every year. It's called Comics Curing Cancer. This is the Instagram page for that. C3, October 24th to the 26th. Please give them a follow. look for the event that happens. There's a lot of cool slabs, a lot of cool comic books that they put up for auction, a lot of cool live streams, fun events that happen. All the proceeds go through Comics Curing Cancer, which is linked to the American Cancer Society, and all that money goes to those good people over there to help them do amazing things. So please give Comics Curing Cancer a follow, both on Instagram and on YouTube. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some of Chris's picks of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Did you hear that? Flyby. Part of the show where Chris is giving you the picks of the week. Something to look forward to at your comic book shop if you want something to read. Chris, take it away.
This past week, I picked up Absolute Batman. This is issue 12. And I'll be honest, when Absolute Batman dropped and it was the hottest thing going, and Absolute Batman #1 was receiving great numbers financially on the secondary market, I didn't necessarily like the story all that much. And I, as someone that enjoys Scott Snyder's writing, I was kind of disappointed. But I toughed it out. And I got to be honest, I love it right now. The last couple issues, we had Bruce Wayne being someone that was stuck inside Arkham, with Bane being the total mastermind. Finally, Bruce thought that he broke out, but in the end, it was kind of Bane letting him escape, with Killer Croc being a part of that. The first few pages of this issue has Bruce dealing with Killer Croc, who's featured here on the cover of this particular Absolute world. Remember, Absolute Batman is not a part of the normal DC continuity. Overall, it was a very well done type of book. The action was early, where we had more of storytelling and the drama and the setting up for the next issue near the tail. It's something that I'm really excited about, and I'm so glad that I stuck around with Absolute Batman as opposed to just pulling the chute and being, I'm done with this, I'm going to sell these books off. It's been a legitimately good series, and I enjoy the psychological aspect that Scott Snyder's putting into the world of Absolute Batman now. And yeah, I'm in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, what you were looking at here, and what our friend Chris showed off, was not the D cover. That was the A cover. I apologize. I have a switch, but we have the A cover on the left and the D cover on the right. A cover looks nice, sick looking, creepy cover. But the D cover on the right is actually a glow in the dark cover. And that would have been sick to pick up. Just a regular open order cover that you could have picked up. And oh man, I missed out on that sick glow in the dark cover. That would have been fun to have, man. Just look at the detail on Batman on the right side with his scowl off. He looks great, man. I love that cover on the right there. I wanted to pick that up. I missed out. Speaking of missing out on covers, this is something that you do not want to do. So what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to give you a sick pick for next week. But I also reached out to a friend of mine. Her name is Lisa Noble, and she is going to give you something to really look out for. So let's get into some sick covers, bro. Or you're a flipper, then you're going to love this next segment. Here we go.
Dude, that is the craziest
sickest shit you'll ever see.
Oh, excuse me. I forgot we had one more pick, Chris. Oh, my apologize. Oh, my God. I jumped the gun. Holy shit, man. We got one more pick. Chris, take it away.
It's all good. It's all good. This is actually a sad day. This is the end of Daniel Warren Johnson's incredible run on Transformers. It ends here with 24, and this was a masterpiece of storytelling. I never thought that I'd be hooked into an IP the way that I had been with Transformers when it moved over to the Image brand. And it's a sad day because I have fallen in love with the storytelling that Daniel Warren Johnson has done with these incredible characters. It is an all-out feud between Megatron and Optimus Prime for the first few pages. And this is one of these books I'm not going to spoil, because even if you're not a fan of Transformers, I'm sure this book is still on the shelves. You can probably go pick it up. It's just $3.99 cover price. You want to do it. You can see what happens to Optimus, the Great Fall, and what looks like it's the end of Optimus Prime and Starscream's turn. I'm just going to leave it at that. It is a masterclass of storytelling from issue 1 all the way to issue 24. We're going to have Robert Kirkman, obviously the best known for Walking Dead, and why am I blanking out on Invincible? Sorry, as he'll be now taking over the Transformers brand, and I'm excited for that. But it is a sad day that Daniel Warren Johnson's incredible run with Transformers is finally over. But my goodness, what a sign-off issue this really is.
Right. Definitely one of the best reads of the year. I'm behind. I have the second volume sitting in my Amazon cart to get caught up on the reading. But yeah, it's definitely going to be one of the at least top 3 reads for storylines of the year. Speaking of storylines, there is a poll that's going on the YouTube right now, guys, and the live stream. How do you collect? Are you guys somebody who likes to collect for the stories? Are you somebody who likes to collect for the covers? Or is there a reason why that you collect other than just maybe you want to be fit in on New Comic Book Day? So do you want to fit in? Do you like collecting for covers, or is this stories that you like reading? So please, if you're here, answer the poll, and we'll give you an update later on the show. But yeah, a great read when it comes to Transformers. If you guys haven't started reading it, it's good, man. It really humanizes the Transformers. The reading is top notch. The artwork takes place with Daniel Warren Johnson. I read the first 7 issues, and when I read the first 7 issues, I was like, man, they're doing this with Transformers. This is crazy. People are being squished like beans, and there was a lot of people dying, a lot of Transformers just automatically already taken out. And when I read those first 7 issues, I was like, okay, this is pretty good. So yeah, amazing job. Great picks, Chris. So sorry I stepped on your toes there, man, but that was a great job today.
All good.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Chris's picks, man. Give him a round of applause. Intense applause.
Intense.
All right, so now we're ready for some sick covers, bro. If you're looking to pick up some sick covers, maybe flip something, then we got something down your aisle. This is for Comic Book Day, September 17th. Let's get it started.
Dude, that is the craziest
Sickest shit you'll ever see.
Okay, man. Sick covers, bro. Breaking news. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What I have for you is my pick for the sick cover of the week, September 17th. There's a big week coming up for comic books. It took me a while to actually flip through all the covers, and I ended up scrolling back up to the list and coming back here to the Deadpool and Batman that's coming out. Chris, I'm excited about this. I might even pick this up. Yep. This is a fun crossover that is happening. And I chose this cover here, which is the Art Germ variant. And this is a beautiful Art Germ variant for Batman, Deadpool Batman #1. And just to give you guys a quick overview of what we're looking at here, this is the crossover you pinned for, but never thought possible. We're talking Deadpool and Batman crossovers and batarangs as Marvel and DC unite. For the first time in decades, Wade Wilson has been hired for a job in Gotham City. But will the world's greatest detective help him or destroy him? The main story starring Deadpool and Batman will be written by Zeb Wells and drawn by industry superstar Greg Capullo. The one-shot will also feature additional backup stories spotlighting other exciting Marvel DC team-ups from a lineup of all-star talent, including Daredevil and Green Arrow by Kevin Smith, guys, and Adam Kubert, Captain America and Wonder Woman by Chip Zdarsky and Terry Dodson, and Jeff the Landshark and Crypto by Kelly Thompson. As you can see, there are a lot of feature creators here on here. You got writer and artist Frank Miller, Al Ewing, Chip Zdarsky, Kelly Thompson, and then look at Kevin Smith with his surprise look. Why are you surprised for, Kevin? You're on this book, man. Deadpool and Batman, guys. This is coming out September 17th. This is the cover I chose. A sick cover, bro.
Yeah, it's a great pick. Magic is one of my favorite covers, or one of my favorite characters. So I'm glad to see that Catwoman and Magic are featured together by Art Germ. He is a master artist. And what's also great about this one shot, we're only going to get one issue, or it's only going to be done one time here, is that James Tynion IV is returning for the first time in years to the world of superhero storytelling, because he's only been doing independence lately with Something's Killing the Children, House of Slaughter, those type of books. So it's the first time in quite a while that James Tynion IV, since DC versus Vampires, is returning to a superhero story.
Yeah, this is sick, man. Yeah, the
Yep.
Magic on the cover, a Catwoman on the cover, big ass sword. You know what I mean? Two beautiful girls going at it. Can't go wrong with this, man. You also can't go wrong with Lisa Nobles. Give her a follow, guys. This is for Lily NYC718. This is what she sent me. She said, Razor, I got you covered. This is her pick of the week for September 17th. This is Star Wars Boba Fett Black, White, Red. This is a #1 by Carrie Andrews variant, guys. There's also, I think, believe a 1 in 100. I might be off, but there's an incentive ratio that's a virgin variant of the same cover. But this is an open order cover. It is Carrie Andrews on Star Wars. It is a beautiful cover. I was amazed by this artwork. I was amazed even more that Lisa Noble talent for spotting sick covers was unbelievable. I looked over this cover and quickly, I didn't have an eye like she did. She spotted this out. And if she says that this is a hot cover, guys, I would definitely look for picking this up. September 17th, Star Wars Boba Fett Black, White, Red, #1 Carrie Andrews variant.
Yeah. So I've had the opportunity to meet him at a con, and I asked him to how should I properly pronunciate your first name. He said it's easy, Kari, like Atari Andrews.
Oh, there you go, Kari Andrews.
Ever since it's always Kari, like Atari Andrews, and this is an incredible cover. Yeah, I you have to contact my LCS on them, let them know I can read this sexy cover. That is fantastic.
Yeah, it's fire. A little from the back, as they say. And I mean, he's not even facing you. This is just him from the back.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like he's walking away. And who does a cover that's dope from the back? You know what I mean? It's just sick the way it looks, man. You got a little steam coming off. It looks like from the blaster or what have you. It looks great, man. And when I seen that she sent this to me, I'm like, you're such a badass, Lisa. You know your shit, bro. So thank you, Lisa. That was an amazing cover, and that is your sick cover, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming towards the end of the show, but before we get you guys out of here, guys, I like to kind of share what's going on with my fantasy team. If you're like me, you do a little fantasy football. I myself am in a battle right now for fantasy football, guys. I'm going to share with you where I'm at. Refresh. There's a couple of games still left on the docket. So before you see my score, understand that we still got one more game that's going to be happening right now, and then Monday night. So let's get you guys updated on some fantasy football. Let me just share with you guys my little fantasy lineup, what I got going on. See how I'll do it while I'm doing it.
Hut! Hike!
Hut! Hike! All right, so let's go to Yahoo, and I'm going to pull up my fantasy football team for you guys. And let's show you where we had this was supposed to be a close showdown. And it's me and my buddy going at it here. And it's pretty close. But right now, I got a 92.80 to 62.30 lead. As you can see, radars are on top. I'm projected to win. It's a close one, 70% to 30. But as you can see, I did great with Tyreek Hill, brother. I held steadfast. I kept him in there, and he paid off for me with a 6 reception, 109 yards. Winner, chicken dinner. So far, so good. Marvin Harrison with 2 receptions, 27 yards. Not a very big game at all. Not a good game at all. But Saquon Barkley, 88 rushing yards and 1 touchdown, a couple of receiving. So he had 16 points. And then, of course, I had Jonathan Taylor, who's always money. And this week, he did not disappoint. 165 rushing yards for a total 28.50 points. So that's my big one right there, bro. He's my workhorse every week. And this week, he didn't disappoint.
So for everyone that's watching, check in on Ray tomorrow, because Ray's running back is running against him.
Yeah, that's right. He got Ashton Genty.
That's the one thing I see here. Okay, we got Mike Evans. We got a Hall of Fame receiver, first ballot Hall of Fame receiver, up against Houston. He should get his projection. Ashton Giante, we'll see. That it's going to hurt. It's going to break your heart if he has a big game. And Lad McConkey. Lad McConkey is an excellent second-year receiver, but I like Brock Bowers, and I like the fact that J.J. McCarthy has Justin Jefferson, arguably one of the top 3 receivers in the league, catching balls from. So this could get interesting. This could get interesting in a hurry.
Baltimore, big game of Baltimore, 15 points on the defense side.
Roquan Smith with the pick 6, remember?
Yeah, that was huge, man. They got a touchdown on defense, a couple of sacks, interception, a fumble recover. Big game for Baltimore. So I made the right moves, man, because I originally had Minnesota, and I switched them out for the Baltimore D.
Williams did well for you on the bench.
Yeah, right. So I left Williams on the bench, and he killed it. But I picked him up. It happens. Trevor Lawrence, he's kind of one of those, you don't know. Hopefully he pans out, but I have him on the bench. I'm sticking with J.G. McCarthy because fourth quarter last week, man, it took him a while to get going. There was some controversy on this. So check this out, Chris. J.J. McCarthy took a little while to get going, right?
Yep.
Let's see. He ended up having, what did he end up last week? What was his total yardage? Let's see. 143 and 2 touchdowns, right? Something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow. They were upset that he was the fantasy player of the week. Actually, not the fantasy player. He won the the NFC player of the week.
Offensive player of the week, right.
Yeah, exactly. And people were like, wait a minute. This guy basically didn't come alive into the fourth quarter. How does he win for the player of the week when he had, I think he had 143 yards, 2 touchdowns. So there was some big controversy that he didn't deserve winning the offensive player of the week, but he looked good in the fourth quarter, man. He came alive. He had a couple of running, looked good when he was running the ball. So I'm sticking with the Rook, man. He looks pretty good to me. I think he's actually going to be one of those franchise quarterbacks.
Yeah, I can't knock it. I think McCarthy and Lawrence for you running this team, it's going to be week by week. You're really going to have to watch the matchups and go forward that way. But like I said, I think this is going to be, I know the projection there originally was close, and then right now you're up by 14 points to win. But if Giante happens to go off, man, it's going to be an interesting fantasy game. I look forward to talking about this next week.
Exactly. Well, I'm going to get to my game. We got McCarthy who's going to be slinging the rocks against the Falcons here in about 12 minutes on NBC, guys. Look for that game. Minnesota, if you're into that stuff, is favored by 3.5 points. The total is 44.5. I went and I took some advice from Derek Neiman last week when I saw that he was taking the over on a couple of games. I went myself and looked at some overs, and let's just say that Razor is a happy man by taking some overs this week, guys. I myself predict that this game is going to be a high-scoring game. Is going to go over, so look for that. You might want to look for that. But guys, thank you for stopping by. We really appreciate you. Before we get out of here, Chris, anything you got coming up that you want to talk about?
Again, Wednesday, show us what you got. The Live New Comic Book Day Hangout goes live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can catch me on Saturdays for Only Slabs on Rob's Fat Stacks Old Comics. That goes live at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. And everyone, if you're interested in helping out Comics Curing Cancer, the goal this year is $55,000. They're still accepting submissions, anything that you have doubles in your collection, stuff that you're thinking of maybe moving on from. Now is your time, because remember, every penny that you participate with during Comics Curing Cancer, you pay the American Cancer Society directly. Just a heads up, just to let you know, everything is on the up and up, and these guys are doing a good job, and that's coming from a Canadian.
Well said, sir. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for stopping by today, guys. We really appreciate you. Do me a huge favor. Smash a like. Follow the show. We'll see you next Sunday for another Ceasefire Sunday football and comic books. Until then, check you later.